Ah, Sunset Park, Brooklyn's own Chinatown, and here we are at one of the busiest streets of this area, 8th Avenue. But Sunset Park wasn't always the Brooklyn Chinatown. In fact, a lot of Norwegians used to live in that area, and at some point, Hispanics, before the Chinese started coming in.
All the businesses, 98% of the businesses along 8th Avenue were owned by Norwegian, had Norwegian businesses, and but there were several restaurants and what we used to call candy stores now, where they sell
restaurants, candy stores.
Yeah, and
like retail places.
Retail stores, right? Clothing and. When I was growing up, there were two Chinese businesses in the whole area, and they were both laundries. We thought it was unusual to see Chinese people walking around the neighborhood. Wow, look, there's a Chinese person, Now it's the other way around. They look at me, what are you doing in our neighborhood? It changed gradually. Yeah, well, it used to be, as I said, all Norwegian, and then Chinese started slowly moving in and buying up. So a lot of Spanish were moving in, really, before the Chinese came in. And 8th Avenue would close up at night. It would be dark, say after
close early,
8 or 9 o'clock at night. Now it's lively. I used to walk home back in those days before the Chinese moved in, from the subway, and it was dark and almost scary. Everything was dark, and you don't know where people were. They open late. Businesses are open late.
Like restaurants,
yeah, some of the restaurants open till midnight, and it's lit up, and there's people around, and you feel safer.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not afraid of the Chinese hitting you over the head and committing a crime. You feel safe. I saw the change gradually. Now, people that I know that moved away from this area, and when these people come back and they say, "What happened to this neighborhood?" I says, "What are you talking about?" So I saw it gradually. It didn't. People say that the reason they picked 8th Avenue is because it's a lucky number in China. In fact, if you look on my camera, I took pictures of license plates of Chinese people with so many 8s on their license plate, you wouldn't believe it.
Because of a lucky number.
Then we played stickball in the streets.
Because it was empty.
Yeah. Didn't have all the cars that you have now.
Norwegian
parade, and there's a big celebration the day before the parade is down in Owl's Head Park on 66th Street. Gathering of people, there's vendors selling things, there's food that's available, there's entertainment. Music and dancing, and there's a big replica of a Viking ship, like 1/5 of the size of a regular Viking ship every year. It's based on when Norway got their independence from Sweden, 17th of May. That's the day they celebrate that independence.
Oh, cool. In 2 weeks, they're gonna have a parade.
Yeah. Cool. Right on 5th Avenue from 86th Street to 67th Street.
Even though today's Sunset Park is predominantly Asian, future land development could threaten their hometown, as it has with various communities in Brooklyn.